Hello world, it's 2020, February 22nd, and I want to show you a thing called the prime counting calendar. It's a kind of nerdy way of marking the days that I find very interesting. And it has to do with prime numbers. I've never explained this very clearly before. First of all, yeah, these are the boat-tailed grackles. They have been part of February all this time, except I've only just today hung up the calendar and put these additional numbers on the bottom. The prime counting calendar has been going all this time, and I don't really need to do anything to make it go, since it just lines up perfectly with this calendar that's been going all this time. But here we are, day 241, and the next prime number is 251. It's Sunday, February 23rd, tomorrow. The 0 is not a prime number, if you didn't know that. Now you do. That actually, no you don't, because I didn't really prove it mathematically. But that day is coming up, because this is a leap year. And that's why I'm making this video now, because the leap year hasn't actually happened yet for me. Anyway, this is what happened on the new year, if you're seeing it in the future. It's really just a hiccup in this calendar, so it's not that exciting, but let me show you the book. Over here, this is an old one. I didn't print a new one for the occasion, but they're very easy to make from a page of paper. Sorry it's not too clear in the... Oh, it's in focus now. It's very grainy, I'm sure, and sounds awful. Sorry, folks, but this is printed from an 8.5 by 11 page of paper, just folded and cut in a very simple cut. And I have some highlighter on there. So the file itself is just the numbers, but you may recognize them as prime numbers, and I'll show you how it goes along. These are additional prime numbers. I've colored them to show their relationship in terms of this is 107, this is 109, it's a difference of 2. So these are twin primes. 101 and 103 are twin primes as well. 109 and 113 here differ by 4, and that makes them cousin primes, for what that's worth. But it's really neat to see visually. You have 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. This pattern is particularly grouped together. Oh, here's an interesting one. You may have already noticed this big thing that has a point of symmetry there, and this little oddity, which has its own charm for being so odd. But this, of course, is actually a continuation of the lightning bolt that starts here at 2. Hard to see with my highlighting. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. There's a bit of a gap here. We've had these mostly going 2, 4. By the way, this is where the sequence goes with a 1 from 2 to 3. It's an aberration. After that, every prime number is 1 less or 1 greater than a multiple of 6. So 6 fits here in this gap. 5, 6, 7. The next multiple of 6 is 12, which fits here. And 18 fits here. 24 fits here. So you can see the missing number here is 25, which is not prime because it's 5 times 5. There's a gap here, 35, 5 times 7. So you can see that you get some gaps as you go. 53 is the first that has a gap of 6 here, and a gap of 6 on the other side as well. Wait. Is that wrong? 53, 59. Is that a gap of 6? No, yeah, it is. No, it is. I just didn't put the orange there, so I confused myself. Okay, so that, there's a word for that, but that's neither here nor there. The calendar, the days of the calendar are all here. If you want to remember that these are supposed to be, these correspond to days. So here we have January 17th. I haven't mentioned yet that we also have April 18th, July 18th, and October 17th. And these days are all 59. The whole cycle goes to 467, which is not the highest prime number, but it is the highest prime number in the system because we don't want to go forever. And at this point, all we have to do is cycle 4 times, and we have 4 seasons of repeating through this cycle. And then we have 1 remaining day. At the end of the year, 12/31. Oh yeah, these are American orderings, but this would be December 31st. We have to add this extra day because you see, what we have here is the first 91 primes. 467 is the 91st prime. 91 times 4 is 364, and 1 more is 365. So we have to just add this little hiccup here. So there's 2 hiccups in our system. There's 1 here, and there is leap day, which is here, and it's coming up because today, is here. We finished this funny looking week here, and I honestly haven't been looking at this book very much lately, but I'm remembering that now we have another week beginning with 251 coming down this way. So you see we have irregular sizes of weeks. Here's a gap. This day is isolated from the others because it has, and so is this. So as you get to those days, it's interesting to look. Like today and yesterday were related in a certain way. So that's something you can try and pay attention to as you invite this calendar into your life. I'm not really trying to make people take this calendar on, but that's the proposal, is you can think about these are the days, and as they go along, these 2 days have something in common. And what is it? And these days have something in common as well, but there's something else happening as you come into here, and these shapes, I don't know, it just feels like, and these are very special days here, you know? It's kind of cool how that happens. Oh, I haven't said leap day yet. So this is, it actually occurs here between 277 and 281. That's an asterisk if you can't see. Okay, you can go a little closer, right? So I didn't do it too clear here, but I put the asterisk down to there, and oh, there. It's in focus. I haven't ever done this before. This 0 leap day, 229, only happens around every 4 years, and it happens to be happening soon, because here's tomorrow, and it's soon. It's the same soon as this soon over here. So I just thought I would make this video to mark the occasion. 241 has taken place, or yeah, by the time you see this, probably has taken place for you. And this is what's coming. And I guess if there's any place to print this, it'll be in the description to this video, because that's how people do these things, right? This is what it looks like when it's been in your pocket for a long time, and then forgotten, and then brought out again today. So print your own and make it prettier. And thanks. That's the idea.